El Clasico, RRQ, and EVOS.
All right, here we can now take a look a little into the spells and the emblem choices that both of these teams have actually opted for here, Mirko.
All right, Taz starting on the orange buff as well here. Both of the, oh my god, I thought it was going to steal here, but Vin did not go for the sprint that I expected, and Taz will actually be pathing towards the turtle. That's what I wanted to say. Meanwhile, Albert will be pathing towards the gold lane. So you can already see the differences here with EVOS Legends playing around the XP first turtle. Both of these junglers clear very fast though. Now it's lethal.
Goodness, Vin, early flicker, no real achievement there, no real gain, so that might be a waste of flicker.
Yeah, Taz was able to get the lethal as well. The Dreams caught low. Forced to recall, but one of the things that I wanted to highlight was the fact that Skylar brought in the sprint and not the Purify, even though he's going against something like Taz, who, in the grand scheme of things, can utilize that ultimate, his deadly spin, heavy spin, to be deadly.
Also, there's Divine Judgment, right? So Skylar is, I guess, pretty confident in that fact. Not bringing a Purify, not like his fellow teammate here, Rembo. Yeah, I mean, without that Purify, I feel like Rembo can be a juicy target, realizing that there are going to be a lot of CCs entering the team fight.
All right, now looking at it, this is exactly as expected, right? EVOS Legends, with their winning lane in the gold lane, will most probably rotate up top a lot, but they need to go for the turtle too. And now, both of the teams with equal neutral objective control are going to be stepping down there. I do believe Akai has a bit of an advantage though when it comes down to these red tree battles. So we'll see how this plays out, because Taz and Albert are both level 4.
Let's see now, right? Dreams now. Oh, Cyclops opening with that previous spider.
Wow.
Catch it too. First blood falls to the White Tigers, getting that first kill. Lemon now stuck with that split. Albert is dealing damage onto a Cyclops. Lemon mounting Dreams. Is there damage though? But take a look at the backside as Cyclops gets taken down, as Albert and Rembo will able to find that kill.
Okay, and both of these teams have actually opted to reset the turtle. None of them went for the take. They just opted for the trade, 1-2-1 here. But I don't know here, EVOS Legends, they might want to come back into the fray, seeing as they're positioning already in momentum to set up for it.
Yeah, in here, opening up here, shooing away EVOS Legends' members, as now, yeah, the turtle has been resetted now. Dreams entering and trying to find a vision. Taz initiating the Lord. Is this the right take, as he is also not convinced of the setup? Cyclops opening up, Bravest Fighter towards the backside, trying to harass. Ben might be caught. Cold Altar pops. Albert is very low, but Cyclops will be the first to be taken down. EVOS Legends now might look forward to commit. Taz though quite low with that heavy spin, able to take the first neutral objective.
Amazing plays by both of the teams, trading properly here. EVOS Legends playing for the long haul, going for the objective and not fighting for, wow, the turtle. Not team fighting, my bad. The town prediction has got me bamboozled here. Only one RRQ vote through all the talents. Wow, all right, so I guess we're all in favor of EVOS when it comes down to the draft. And so far, I think in terms of neutral objective control, like we mentioned, even though they were a man down, they were able to get that turtle, right? What I do want to mention is why this Faramis roam can work for RRQ. We mentioned the negatives of it. The magic damage not there to give more Cold Altar HP, but with the Faramis passive, it lets you respawn super fast once you get taken down. So your map pressure, the vision you have on the map, is constantly going to be there. And I think for RRQ, that's very important. Always having vision on Dreams, on Hijime, and always opening up the side of the map where they want to play for.
And you can see after the turtle take, they instantly start to rotate to the top side. Like you mentioned earlier here, Miracle, they were able to get that level 4 and they were able to get a turtle out of it. So EVOS Legends, they're switching their focus perhaps here in the top side. But Albert seems to be more hell-bent and focused on getting a pick onto Brands, realizing he is way more vulnerable, especially if Dreams does not cause a retaliation.
They need to be careful because they need to know that Flicker Divine Judgment is already in Dream's playbook, right? So they need to realize here, they need to be careful. Also, providing assist onto our Skylar is very crucial.
Let's take a look at the emblems here. It is just standard across the board, not much changing at all. Even Brand still going for the Electro Flash as usual. What's interesting is for RRQ, Renbo has decided to go Purify up against the competition. The only stun or CC that he can actually Purify has to just Psychon's Hijume, right? Dreams, still that Divine Judgment can't be purified. Needs to be very careful of the positioning.
Lemon mounting Taz. Heavy spin pops again. Second neutral objective take. Call alter pops Hijume quite low on that HP. But there you go. The damage falls through. Renbo picking up a kill. EVOS Legends a trade. A turtle for a kill.
100% miss retribution by Albert so far, as Taz was able to get 2 of it on point. And seems like even though they were able to get it, they still trade 1 member every time they go for it. But with that in mind, it seems like EVOS Legends, they don't have as much map pressure as I thought they would have, but Bronze.
3v1 Bronze now quite low. Renbo securing another important kill. RRQ. Wow.
Beautiful plays by RRQ, man. Again, that mobility playing a huge part in the early game. And back again, we need to talk about the win conditions here. EVOS Legends, the reason they've been just letting go of team fights and going for neutral objective takes instead of team fighting has just been to get Brands to a place where he's comfortable to deal damage, right? With this composition, the Valentina plays as more of a cover hero. She is still going to be going for full damage, but it's mainly to cover for Brands. Brands is the only damage source that they can rely on later on in the game, and that's why they've just been focusing on neutral objectives. But if Brands gets ganked like that with no help from his team, it's going to be bad, because if you have Brands on EVOS to carry you in the late game, RRQ have Renbo on the Farsa, who's 2-0, can snowball. He doesn't even need to wait for the late game. And Skylar on the Claude. Once he gets that 3-item power spike, which he will be able to do earlier than Brands, it's going to be massive, and they can actually dictate these team fights however they want.
Man, RRQ read that initiation play coming from EVOS Legends. The conceal play didn't pay off as they were hiding in the bush there behind the turret. And they're smelling it. They understand what EVOS Legends want to do here in the early game as well. But now things are going to be different because the turtle is going to spawn.
Take a look at top side. Brands very low. Renbo finding the kill. Blazing Duet. Deals a lot of damage. Dreams now flickering away. Albert picking up the killing spree now. Neutral objective will be the main focus. Taz versus Albert. Who will get it? Taz, perfect turtle in this game. RRQ though wins the team fight.
It's crazy because RRQ are so ahead when it comes to the team fights, but EVOS Legends are still able to somehow get the turtle to their side. Taz on the retry, so good. Right now you can also see the capitalization up top.
Bravest fighter, 3v1. Gets the clear though. Now reinforces Raz, finding a kill. Albert might be next here. Feathered X-Rite to zone them away. Take a look at Taz though. He is invading the jungles.
Psychos has just been an amazing impression on EVOS Legends, right? The fact that he was able to zone out the member, particularly Skylar, who should be able to juke him with the BMI, but even then, Psychos is still able to harass him a lot. And Skylar, even though he's reached that power spike, that mid-power spike, because of the itemization that he's opted for, doesn't seem he's able to be that much of an impact because of that. And we can take a look here at the gold differences by UBS Gold as well. That kind of shows that Skylar is falling a little bit behind Bronze now.
That's crazy. Brands has been taken down twice, and despite that, he's still able to accumulate a gold lead against this laner who has been ganked. He's been playing the strong side of the map, by the way. Renbo, though, however, you can see that even he is losing. He has 3 kills, 3 assists, but the farm is just not there. EVOS Legends and their efficiency. We mentioned RRQ, how they are so efficient according to the stats and the team charts, but here it's EVOS Legends. Why is this, a thing for EVOS? It's how they're able to control the neutral objectives. Taz being so reliable and them picking up turrets. RRQ can pick up kills all they want, but players will always be able to respawn. Now, these structures and neutral objectives, on the other hand, will never respawn. Once you take them, that's a lead forever, and the siege game from EVOS is immaculate. RRQ have the better rotations with the mobility that they have, but they're not utilizing it. They're staying in place. They don't have pressure in the mid lane.
Brilliant macro play right from side of EVOS Legends here. Taking 3 turrets already. And now let's see here, the Lord Dance for first
Oh,
match.
Dreams.
Oh, Divine Judgment connecting on towards Lemon. Not enough damage to take him down though. Skyler with the blazing duet will deal damage also as Brans. He gets taken down. Drown flickering away. Hijume next on the chopping block. That's a 5v3. Psychots though trying to find Skyler with the massive juke. Now Psychots is going to be next in that chopping block. 3 members for 0 as RRQ will definitely secure the Lord.
They played that really well, right? Skyler was able to get out, dish out the entirety of the damage from the Blazing Duet and take out Brands first. And you can expect that kind of aggression, especially on to Brands, who has not yet built that WON, I believe.
Let's see. Free Turtle over to the side of RRQ. A brilliant team fight with brilliant positioning as well. And this is where the tides shift again. It was EVOS Legends who were able to weather the storm of that early game with their constant pressure in the side lanes and their neutral objective control. But with one team fight, a mistake by Dreams, Divine Judgment onto the glue, the frontliner here. Yeah. They don't have nearly as much damage to really burst glue down at this point of the game. Brands, even though he has a small lead again, you know, on top of Skyler, it's still a carry who has to not hit those item power spikes, and RRQ are utilizing it here.
Goodness, Taz popping that heavy spin just as a defense. That's also information that perhaps RRQ will force a fight. Takes a look at the feathered airstrike. Insta quarter HP for Brands. Yeah, it's a perfect defense, but we are... Oh my god, Divine Judgment, no follow-up though! Another overcommitment play from Dreams.
But the Cult Altar was baited out here earlier on before the Lord even crashed. I think RRQ would have wanted to save that resource for a little bit later when they get all those tier 2 turrets. But now it's going to be a different story as Albert here looking to go for the kill onto Brands.
But Albert here popping that true Unity. Taz caught in that mix. Very low, surviving though. But now base turret, left side gets taken down. Brands retreating from that blazing duet is the first Lord, so it's very manageable. But RRQ still claims that bottom structure.
Dreams with the targeting has just not been on point. The communication is all over the place right now for EVOS Legends. The reason it was bad for EVOS right there, more bad for EVOS than for RRQ, is they are happy to trade the Cold Altar for the Divine Judgment. It gives Skyler so much space, all the space actually, because they were able to bait Taz's heavy spin as well. No heavy spin, no Divine Judgment, easy work for Skyler. Jumps in, he also has the sprint. He can just maneuver around, deal damage, knowing that Brands hasn't gotten the Wind of Nature, which was a good, good spot by you. But again, no one can touch him. No one can even get close to him without these lockdown CCs present, and RRQ know that. That's why Rainbow was positioning so aggressively, because they know that they have backed EVOS Legends into a corner, and they have a Cult Altar, which can help Rainbow out of just Hijume and Dream. It's absolutely phenomenal execution from RRQ, who are really dictating the pace with that early game mobility that they built for themselves.
I mean, 4,200, 300 gold lead right now as well, right? So RRQ Hoshi, even despite losing a little bit of their edge in that early game from EVOS Legends, they've actually been able to turn it back around with how they play these team fights and how they've been baiting the resource skills away from EVOS Legends. Now, 10 seconds left on the clock. This is the defining moment. So far, EVOS Legends has been able to get that retribution on point. Being this far behind, do they want to contest? And if they do, they need a proper game plan to, of course, take Skyler down and be aware of the damage before Dreams goes in for that engage.
See, right, I mean, RRQ already setting the Lord up with 5 members in that vicinity. EVOS still now trying to catch up. Will they commit to a fight? Dreams has that flicker, Divine Judgment ready as well. Lemon trying to bait more information regarding the whereabouts of the EVOS players. Psychots again trying to find that brilliant Bravest Fighter play, but it seems like it's just a neutral situation.
They're neutral right now, and EVOS Legends have finally gone back to control. Look at the conceal, look at the conceal!
Breaker, Divine Judgment connecting, Cold Altar plays, but take a look at the 4 members. Reinforcement, Skyler gets taken down, and now Lemon trying to find the re-engage, but no clear follow-up, mounting one, but he gets taken down. Immortal will be futile as the Lord will fall to the White Tigers. EVOS Legends in minute number 15, they are responding, they are angry, and the Kings of Kings, they look lost.
So wonderfully executed by EVOS Legends there. First, they were able to win the team fight, get another pick on the board, and they were able to secure the Lord out of all things. An inhibitor turret in the mid side goes down, and that is where EVOS Legends take back what once was theirs.
I've got goosebumps, man. I want to analyze, but I want to live in the moment too. What in the world was that? EVOS Legends behind 2,000 gold. Not even map pressure, but they build and build. Slow pushing that bottom side and clearing the mid lane for the conceal play to come in. And perfect flicker. Good decision by Dream. He flickers forward with Skylar backing up. He finds Renbo. He baits out the cold altar and they play it perfectly. They know. Look at the spacing. I don't think we're going to get a replay, but look at the spacing Brands was able to put from himself and that Blazing Duet. He knew that Skylar was going to pop back right as the Divine Judgment comes in and the cold altar was popped. So he positioned himself in a way where he's back there. Once Skylar comes in, he will be able to dish out the damage. He has the Wind of Nature now. And remember, Skylar does too, but he does true damage.
It was EVOS defending last Lord. Now it's them on the offense. Let's see, it's just still the second Lord, but 2 base turrets taken down. Well, technically with the Lord push, base turret top side gets taken down. EVOS won't commit on towards the third. It seems like they will reset.
They don't find the opening that they want, right? It seems like all their resources are up, but Dreams isn't able to find the same effect that they were before. But with the Lord, with the waves pushing down in the bottom side, they might feel different. But luckily, RRQ Hoshi still has that high ground in Renbo. They're going to utilize that to their advantage.
Goodbye, Lemon. All right, immobilizing 2 members. Now, this might be a mistake. EVOS looking for the re-engage. Lemon gets taken down first. Heavy spin bombs, and there you go. Another member caught, and it's Vin forcing that altar alone. Take a look at Rod. Skylar in the backside trying to relieve off pressure, but Vin bot side will be taken down. Oh, a solo here. 1v1, Brands and Renbo. It's gonna be Renbo finding the shutdown. Unstoppable for this guy as EVOS will look for the clear in the bot at top and mid.
Wow, again, what a crazy fight from both RRQ and EVOS Legends. Now, Albert is looking for more here. He does get the purple buff, but back again into that team fight. EVOS Legends had a 3,000 gold lead. That was back again. Brilliant play by Skylar, cutting the waves, understanding that they have lost the team fight, and it's just that awareness from Skylar as to how the team fight is going to go. He utilizes the Blazing Duet in a crazy way to clear the mini waves in the mid lane. Even if he dies, it's going to be worth it because they buy a bit more time. But now it's another Lord in the game. 18 minutes in, we'll see who gets it.
Brands will join the party very soon. As of now, it's 5v4. Take a look at the positioning here. Lapu and Valentina will come flanking outside. Skylar, will he realize this now Dreams looking for the concealed play front side. He's not commit on towards any Divine Judgment here. Cyclops pops that Bravest Fighter, and Lord will be secured by EVOS Legends. Very comfortably will RRQ force a fight. Seems like EVOS, they don't want business, they disengage, and let's see the offense from them.
Man, how is Taz doing this over and over and over again? Being able to win those retry battles against Albert of all people. And EVOS Legends, once again, they're turning it around. Notice before that Lord, they were able to put the pressure on these side lanes as well. So the macro, the micro, all of them, they're just adjusting to RRQ Hoshi.
They simply can't go for neutral objective takes, man. They cannot contest for these neutral objectives. Sure, on one side, you can say Taz, phenomenal retribution, which he does have. Right now, currently better in the retry battle against Albert by far. But Albert is in a significant disadvantage now as they are going to try to look for the defend.
Everything is put on towards Albert, and still he survives for now. Still has that immortal heavy spin popped as well. Cold altar from that IMU popped. Take a look at the silence. It connects. Cyclops trying to pop that Bravest Fighter as well. Still surviving, but objectively, RRQ managed to defend this Lord push.
Still unable to crack RRQ's base open for the moment. EVOS Legends, they haven't been able to find the opening. They went on an all-in. They wasted all their resources on Albert. And it's the right idea, right? You want to make a man advantage, but to put all that on Albert, of all people, now, was that wise?
I think at that point, they needed to go for someone, right? The Lord was pushing in, Albert was holding the Lord down, and everybody was spacing so far away that Dreams can't go for a Flicker Divine Judgment play. Even here, look at the spacing. Look at where Skylar puts that BMI, and look at Rainbow, right? They're always so far apart from their front line that it makes it hard for Dreams to actually catch that back line. Therefore, they were forced to go for just the frontliner. They tried it didn't work out. Now they understand that, and they won't do it again. But at this point of the game, any mistake can be capitalized, can be punished super well, right? Death timers are gonna go nuts here in the 20th minute of the game. But for both teams, they are resetting. They do not want to fight unnecessarily before the neutral objective is up.
See, 40 seconds on that next Lord, and yeah, it's a reset here. Sure, EVOS Legends with that goal lead, but at this point, right, 20 minutes of game time, it's an equal game, right? It's just neutralized. One base turret is left for both teams. So let's see here again. No mistakes clearly for both teams. Who will make the mistake first? We'll see.
I think wave management is so important at this point of the game, right? Because right now, the waves are going to be pushing a little bit more, just equal. For me, the mid side, it is going to push in favor of EVOS Legends, but the side lanes are what's going to catch my eye, especially now that the Lord has already spawned. It really depends. If they want to go for the prolonged game, that's important. But who's going to be able to clear those waves faster in those side lanes is going to have the bigger advantage on taking this Lord.
I think initially RRQ had a very good idea. It actually slow pushed that top lane and the bottom lane, but it actually, unfortunately, pushed in a bit too fast, where EVOS Legends are able to utilize that and build a slow push for themselves. Now, bottom lane, you can already see Psychots roaming down there to create that slow push in that top lane as well. You can see a brilliant slow push set up earlier by Brands, as now RRQ are going to be caught. There's a distraction everywhere. Mid lane pushing in, top lane slow pushing. Even the bottom lane now going to be managed by EVOS. And if RRQ play this way without caring of the winning waves, it's just going to be a reset in this position. EVOS are going to have the advantage, and there it is!
Flicker Divine Judgment connecting on towards Skylar. A huge, massive play by Dreams. And now it's 5v4. They're looking for the fight as Lemon now trying to disrupt the offense here in the backside. Dreams though caught in a no man's land, but no follow-up damage. Lemon mounting Brands here. He still has that Immortal. Will that be enough damage for Lemon to take down Brands? Seems like cooldown very soon. And this is going to be the re-engage. Lemon with that Immortal will not be able to survive. And that's GG, 2-0 in the hands of EVOS Legends.
Oh man, and the Lord is going to be secured by Taz uncontested. And that is the importance of those waves. It looks like RRQ Hoshi were caught in the decision-making, right? Did they want to clear? Do they want it to stay? Do they want to bait EVOS Legends? There was hesitation, and EVOS Legends took advantage of that.
Wave manipulation, exactly how you said it, Eterna. That was how EVOS Legends were able to control that part of the map. Map control is so important when you have a Kaja, and RRQ mistimed their slow pushes. Dreams again is looking for someone.
Albert bidding the Lord to take the base turret bot side. Taz popping Skylar, but he able to escape from that BMI. Suppression comes in, damage comes through. EVOS Legends Brands is creating at this point. Every Immortal pops, Rim gets taken down, and EVOS Legends in El Clasico twice first.
Oh, EVOS Legends a lead of the series, the best of 3 series, the 25th El Clasico. And RRQ Hoshi now, they're caught in a bad position. They're caught in a corner.
What a start and what a draft. What a performance from this team. Both teams, but in the end, game number 1, you have to be honest, EVOS Legends played a mean game. This team full of potential, full of rookies, the opposite of RRQ, full of veterans. And they were able to take them down here with disciplined gameplay. You said it, experience is what RRQ had in their arsenal, but the discipline came from the other side, the slow tempo, waiting for the moments. Meanwhile, RRQ rushed into these team fights, forcing a whole lot, and ultimately paying the ultimate price, which is the first game. Remembering again, looking at the pattern that RRQ has season 11, 2-0 wins, 2-0 losses. This is detrimental.
I mean, yeah, from the game, right, we can understand that EVOS Legends, they also understand that Albert on that Baksha could really find that neutral objective. Turtle, Lord, Taz, we talked about during the drafts, Akai will have a good potential, good secure in that neutral objective take, and yeah, 0% neutral objective take from Albert this game on that Baksha.
That was also huge, right? The fact that Taz was able to win those retribution battles, and the fact that RRQ...
He was on Kai, of course he will win. That's what I said, right? Kai against Baksha, what can you do? Baksha cannot do anything.
Agreed.
Yeah, and back to my point, and the fact that RRQ Hoshi drafted themselves in a hole, right? We mentioned it before